Hello everybody, I have shared the screen with you. So we are just going to do data analysis in this particular example. As you can see over here that this example contains lots of raw data. So the first thing that we need to do is that we have to do data cleaning. After doing data cleaning, we have to do data analysis, which can be done by two ways. And finally, we can do the representation of the data by using visualization. So let's come to the first step. In the first step, since we have a data, we have to see that if the data has any duplicate, right? For this, we have to go to the data tab. In the data tab, we have this duplicate option. So we have to remove the duplicate. Then we have to select all the columns in order to see that if there's any duplicate in any of the column. Just click on the OK. So there are about 6 duplicates values that were found and removed. And there are about 475 unique values that remain. So we'll just click on OK. So we have removed the duplicates from our data. The second thing that we need to do over here is that here we have gender in form of M and F. So what we are going to do is, first of all, we'll do Control Shift down, and we are going to just replace M with male and F with female. So for this, we'll go to the Home tab and select on Replace. So in Replace, in place of F, we are going to write female and do replace all. So there are about 68 replacements that have been done. And now in place of M, we are going to write male. And again, we are going to use replace all. So again, they are about, okay. So they have actually also choose the M over there. So what we are going to do is that we will just close this, and we have to, it has also chosen the values over here, which is, so we will just first of all select this, and we will just replace it, the M value with the male value. So we will just replace all. Okay. So as we can see over here that wherever there was a value of M, the value of has F, like it has been replaced by male. Again, we are going to do Control Shift F, and then we are going to replace the value F with female. So now we know that we are going to replace it with female. So wherever there is a F value over there, we will just replace it with a female. So that is how we have done that. First of all, in this gender, we have replaced M with male and F with female. So after third, this is done. We have done two things. First of all, we have removed the duplicates, and secondly, we have replaced two values, right? Next is, as you can see over here, that this is regarding a billionaire data. So it's about their rank, their categories, the person name, which country they belong to, which city they belong to, what is the source of their income, what is the industry they work in, whether they're self-made or not, what is the gender, their last name, first name, what is the final word. The birth year is given, birth month is given, birth date is given regarding their country which they belong to, their GDPI, what is life expectancy of that country, the population of that country. Now what we have to do is that we have to basically find out the age of that person, right? So we're just going to select the age of that person, right? For this, we have to know that we have to use a formula of that means the date, and in that date, we have to select first of all what is the year, then we have to select what is the month, and then we have to select what is the birth date. We will put the enter. So in that way, we can actually calculate, we can find out the, we will talk about this, not the age actually, this is the birth year of that person. So when we will just click on this, we will get the birth year of everybody. Next, suppose if we have to find out what is the current date, so for this we will use the formula is equal to today, and by this we will be finding out the current date for today. So this is, again we will just click on this in order to get the value in all the cell. Now from this we can use and get the age of that person. So for this we can use the formula as year uh, frac, and in this we can calculate that what is the birth year, comma with the sorry, comma with the this birth year, comma, and what is the date, and then we can find out that what is the age of the person, right? Similarly, we can just click on it and find out the age of everybody. So we just remove the decimal over there because there's no need for doing the decimal. So this is the age that we have found out, right? After this, what we need to do is, so what we have done, first of all, we have found out what is the birth year, right? Then we have found what is the current date, and then after this, using the formula, right, of year frac, we have find out what is the age of that person. Now we can see the GDP over here, right? This GDP actually uh, is in a format which we want to replace because it contains dollar sign and comma. So we are just going to first of all select replace, and wherever we have a comma, we are just going to replace it with an empty value. So we will just click on replace all, and all the replacement is being done. And wherever is a dollar sign over there, we will also replace so that that has been replaced. Now what we will do is that we are going to change this to a number, right? So we will change this to number. We will do use thousand separator, and we will remove the decimal places. So this is what it looks like, the GDP of the country. So our data cleaning part is done. Now the next part is that we have to do data analysis. So for data analysis, we have to know what is the mean, mode, median, variance, standard deviation, what is kurtosis, everything. For this, what we are going to do is that we are going to select from the final word column, we will be doing control shift arrow. So we will select all these columns. We don't require it for the other columns. So after selecting all these columns, uh, what we can do is that we don't require these two columns, the date and the birth date, right? Because we cannot do the descriptive statistic of these columns. So we have to select the final words, and then we are going to do control shift, and we can do down, and we can do right. Then we will go to the data tab. Under the data tab, we have data analysis. So we will click on data analysis, and here we will select descriptive statistic and do OK. And it is going to ask you the input range. So here in this input range, you are going to select the range that we have selected over here. So if you want, you can select it again. We will do control shift down and control shift right in order to select the data range. Then it is going to ask label in the first row, and get the output in the new worksheet, and click on summary statistic and do OK. So now this is what your final output looks like. So you can see over here that if you want to see that what is the mean of the final birth, what is the standard error, median, mode, standard deviation, kurtosis, skewness, range, which is your maximum minus minimum value, maximum value, some count of they just 475 because we have 475 rows. So age, you can say the mean is there is 69, and the standard deviation is zero point 0.6. Mode is 61, the number which is occurring most amount of time. Median is 69, range is 65, kurtosis is minus 0.5. Sum is coming out to be this, count is 475. So from this we can find out for all the columns that we have taken all the descriptive statistic. The next thing that we have to do over here is that we have to do data analysis. So for this, we are going to select our entire table, and based on that, we will just go to insert and insert a pivot table. So entire data will be selected. So in this data, suppose if we want to see that what is the rank of the person, right, according to the final word, we have to see the top 10 person according to the final word. So for that, we will select the person name and the final word. So here we have the data for 475, but we just wanted to see it for the top 10. So we will just right click on it, and we will do filter, and in the filter option it is going to ask you to filter the top 10. So filter you will do, and you will select top 10. So depending upon the final word, so this will be your top 10 value depending upon the final word. Similarly, we will just select this control C and control V. Now it is going to ask you the million years based upon their age.
going to ask you the age of the billionaire. So for this, we will be taking our sheet and we have to select the age over here. So we will just remove the values because they are not required. So we are going to know that what is the age. So we will see the age in this field and we will see that what is the final worth of that billionaire. So as we can say, there are different like 33. This is the final word. 35. This is the. So suppose if we want to group it, so we can just right click on it, and based upon that, we can group our data. So it can basically start the value from 30, and then it can go to 100 ending, and we have to just use it by 10. So we will do OK over here. So here we can see that from 30 to 40, this is the final word. From 40 to 50, this is the final word. From 50 to 60, this is the final word. And we can see this value. We do not require the grand total, so we will just do this and remove the grand total because it is not required when we are making the chart. So we will just remove this. So this is our final value. Now suppose if we have to make our report dynamic, for this we will go to the pivot table analyze, and then we are going to add the slicer. So in this, there are different values that is given to you. So for what values you need to set the slicer. So you can just do it for the category. You can do it for the person name. And then you can insert the slicers for self-made and gender. Like what is self-made and their gender. So this is how you will have the four slicers over here. If you want to change it, you can just change it into two columns in order to make it look more better and representable. And you can just do it like this for two columns. We can remove this one, not required. Self-made is required, gender is, and your category is required. So as you can just click on it, you can see that the no values are changing. This is happening because they are still not linked. So you will just right click on it and report connection, and you will link it to both the tables. Similarly, for self-made, you will just right click on it and just report connection and link it for both the tables. And for gender also, you will just right click on it and you are just going to link it for both the tables. So now you can see over here that as you are going to click on the slicers for self-made false, for female, and for this auto, you will see that this is the way your both the pivot tables will keep on changing based upon the slicer. So in this way, you have made your data more dynamic, and based on that, if you do not want the slices, you just have to cross on the arrow in order for the previous data to appear. Now you can click on this value, you can just select this value, and based on that you can just go to the design tab and your analyze. In order to analyze it, so whatever the pivot table charts you want to appear, they can appear over here depending upon the final words. You can also just select on a pivot table chart, whichever chart you want to appear. That chart appears look more better. So as you can see over here, as you're going to change the different categories, your charts will also keep on changing. And this is how your entire data will appear. As you're going to change on the value, the charts will also keep on changing. So in case if you don't have a result over there, there will be nothing in the chart, but you can see over here that this is regarding the manufacturing and self-made falls and for female. So this is the four females name that have been written, and then this is their chart and the sum of the final words, which is in millions. So this was all about this particular data analysis topic. So what we had was we had a raw data. In this raw data, first of all, what we did was that we removed the duplicates. After that, we had a gender column. In the place of M, we replaced it with male, and in place of F, we replaced it with female. Then we had a birth year, birth month, and birthday separate columns. Then we used a function in order to find out that what is the age of the person. Starting from final words to age, we did the descriptive analytics in order to find out the output, in which we basically find out that what is the mean, what is the mode, what is the median, and what is various range and skewness, and what is the sum count of all these values. After this, we selected this data and we did the data analysis, and we just find out the pivot table based upon various analysis. And after that, we just insert these slices in which we make our data dynamic. And finally, we inserted the charts over there for the better analysis of the pivot table that has been created. So when we are selecting on the different values, we can see the value of the charts, or the appearance of the charts is also changing, which is making our data more dynamic in nature. So this is all about the uh, lectures regarding the data analysis. Thank you so much.